Mary Meet Annie here. Well, everyone, how was your summer? I feel like a kid that's gone back to school come the fall, catching up with friends haven't seen since the springtime, asking how things were. I really do care about how things were for your summer. What was your favorite part about this summer? I don't really have a particular favorite part. It was kind of like a long series of good stuff. I told somebody that was asking about my absence from almost everything online. And the answer was, in the spring, when the weather turned, I went outside. And I just never came back in. Basically, it's not fair to say that the online community and my online friends did begin to mean anything less or different to me. I just needed to be present to the world I could touch and the voices I could hear. I just needed a more tangible time. And I guess it's not unusual that the instinct to go that tangible would happen in the summertime, when we're alive and we're vital and we're very physical. It's just been a wonderful summer. For a good part of the summer, I really wasn't online at all. And maintained minimal contact with friends on Facebook. I've gone back to probably Facebook being so far the only place I've re-engaged, and now this video to re-engage with all of you here. I'm not sure yet what that re-engagement means. There's been a lot of changes to the pagan community on YouTube. Change is always good, no doubt about that. But I've kind of lost touch with a lot of folks. I've stopped watching some of the folks I watched for a long time. My tolerance for intolerance, for rudeness, if not even downright meanness, of course, as I judge it to be. We all have that tendency to make those kind of judgments for ourselves. It's limited. So even some people I love, I no longer follow. The energy they're bringing to who they are online, and I don't know if it reflects who they are offline or not, isn't something I've been choosing to be engaged with as I've begun re-engaging with YouTube. But I have folks I have watched all along, even though I haven't been commenting, and I'm looking forward to connecting with new folks also. A lot of you are new to my channel. Thank you for your patience. You're commenting on videos that I've put up over years and years, and you're wondering, does she ever respond? Yeah, I'll catch up on your comments. I read them all, by the way. A couple times a week, always make sure I read them. One reason, to tell you the truth, is to block the trolls that show up on our videos from time to time, to monitor who's making comments and whether I would like to be connected to them. But a lot of you are new to my videos, and welcome. Welcome. I am so glad that even though I've been absent myself for the last several months, that my online presence has been there, and you've reached out and found something you enjoyed there. That's a good thing. I do hope to get to know you. Anybody who's followed me for years knows that for me, making videos is all about response to my viewers, whether it's topics they've suggested or questions they ask, things the community in general is discussing. I tend to blog and share a bit about my life too. I'll probably re-engage to a certain extent with that. I don't know how much yet. But the comments, the sharing, those who do video responses or follow up in some way to what I post, that there's an opportunity for dialogue and conversation. That's why I'm here. I'd really appreciate it if you watch my videos, that you be sure I know what your channel is here. I try when I see comments to click on names and follow back to see who has a channel and what they're talking about. But I have some catching up to do, so I would especially appreciate if you're watching this and you don't think that I am subscribed to you. I just don't know for sure. Even if you want to drop me a note here and let me know what your channel is. My goal is to reconnect to the wider YouTube community. And really the most logical way to do that is to connect with you those of you who watch my videos, thank you for being there, even when I was taking a bit of a summer hiatus. For those of you who followed my videos all along, there's not a lot that's changed. This is the time of year it gets beautifully quiet here on the ocean side. Someone this year told me that September is summer for the locals, meaning the tourists. And we have such a love-hate relationship with the tourists. We do enjoy them. We enjoy the vitality they bring to our communities. My own community, 3/4 of the people don't come down when it's not summertime. And then there's the traffic and the congestion and the partying and the noisy beaches. And we have to pay for parking when we go to the beaches. All the things that come along with this season. Restaurant prices are more expensive if you can even get in. Things change in September. Oh, Labor Day weekend, not. That's the big last celebration of summertime. This weekend's very busy. It's Biker Week down in Ocean City, Maryland, which is only like a half-hour drive south of us. Oh, I love Bike Week because it's been decades since I've had a bike. But there's beautiful, beautiful, powerful works of art. The roads are filled with them this weekend. And we're talking, they say, maybe, was it, my husband was saying he'd seen on TV that over the weekend, some of them coming and going, there'll be over 200,000 bikes that come and go. And they have to come past where we live to get there. And then it'll be quiet. It'll be quiet. There'll be some activities, but not the kind of activities that brings in congestion and lots of traffic. Because kids are back in school. Families don't spend a lot of time at the beach in the off-season. Starting tomorrow, parking is free again in our resort communities. So we get to wander along the boardwalks, go through the stores. I'll go to the National Seashore Park and State Seashore Park, I should say. My favorite place in Delaware, Cape Henlopen. And, well, there'll be people for a while, but every time I go, there'll be fewer and fewer people. The luxury, the first time I ever went there, probably early November, and found myself the only person on a beach, that's when I realized I'd come home living here by the side of the ocean. So this summer is over. Our neighborhood's shrinking. It's getting quieter. The boats are still in the marina, but people are using them less and less frequently, and they'll all be coming out soon. The nor'easters and the hurricanes that can come through in October and November mean people take their boats out for the winter. They don't stay in. So the neighborhood is getting quiet. Actually, it gets busier in my church life because a lot of folks travel over the summer and now they're back. I have become ever more involved with my Unitarian Universalist church and am happier every week that passes at the family, the tribe I have found there. I'm sure those kind of updates will happen when I blog. And some of my topic videos are probably going to be Unitarian Universalist centered. Oh, don't get me wrong. I haven't moved away from any, not a single one, of my pagan practices. Nothing has changed in what I do or what I believe. And probably the way I would name myself has shifted a little bit. I'm honestly finding I have less and less in common as time goes by with the direction that what is called Wicca has taken. And that's not a bad thing to me. It does not concern me that there's a feeling of a branching off and a moving on in that community that is away from my traditional roots, and even what I do now as a solitary. I don't know what I'd name myself at this point. I really don't. Well, maybe I'll explore that in a video at some point. Well, if you know me well, have known me over the years, you probably notice I look a little bit different. I don't mind tooting my own horn when it came to that. Before I took my summertime hiatus, I had started Weight Watchers. That was in May or so. Started off with a bang, and it has continued slowly but steadily. My lifestyle has changed. How I think about food and my relationship to it has changed. Now, I'm sneaking up on 40 pounds down, which means that'll put me a little over 100 pounds away from where I really want to be when this is all over. I had a conversation with my doctor about that poundage. I asked at my Weight Watchers meeting what the goal they had for my weight was. And they told me. And I went to my doctor because I was like, when they told me that, I was like, oh goodness, no. That's way too skinny for me. I went to my doctor and had a discussion about that because if I had a note from him with a recommended weight, that would be my goal weight as far as Weight Watchers was concerned. And he looked me in the eye and he said, this is my doctor. Pull up your big girl panties, Annie. That is what you're supposed to weigh. I faced reality in a lot of ways recently when it comes to issues of the way my body was getting in the way of itself. It happens slowly over the years. I've always been large. I don't remember, although I believe in my teen years I certainly was. I don't remember being less than 200 pounds. I simply do not. You're going to hear the yelling and the screaming and the celebration no matter where you live in the world when I do hit that goal. But I don't remember being less than a size 16. I don't remember being less than 200 pounds. My point is that in all the years I've been that, I have been healthy and strong. I have cycled a good part of the United States. I have hiked almost every mile of the Appalachian Trail, which runs north to south here in the States. I haven't hiked some of the parts of it that were tacked on since the years I did it. I've been very active. I've been very busy. My body's never gotten in its own way. What was happening slowly over the years as I aged and things start changing with joints and muscles? That was happening and I really wasn't aware of it. I blamed my age. I blamed having lupus for some of the things that were going on. Reality, a fistful of it, right in the face, right in the heart and soul of me, has been the experience I've been through since May. I feel like a different woman. A lot of the problems that are a permanent part of living with Lady Lupus have been soothed, have been taken down a notch, especially, thank you Goddess, the pain, the daily pain of dealing with that disease. I am able to be much more physically active. I wake up, instead of dreading a to-do list for the day, looking forward to getting busy and getting things done. I walk every morning. I'm up to 2.5 miles. I have a goal that before the first frost, I'll be walking 3 miles every morning. And I hope to get to the point where I go out a couple of times a day to get that kind of walk in. Oh, I've always walked. You know that if you watch my videos. But a stroll, enjoying the sights that I see, never really with the intent of doing that, but at an accelerated pace, a healthier pace. Towards the end of October, my birthday comes around, I'm going to join a local gym. Something that is important to me because when you haven't used your body the way it was designed to be used in many years, well, one of the problems is you lose your toning, you lose your muscles, you lose your strength. Even when you feel better, which I so much do, and you have a level of energy and vitality that's higher, you've kind of started to fade away a bit when it comes to the bits and pieces that run your body. So I'm joining a gym because I want to take on toning, muscle building. No, not this kind of muscle building. Literally rebuilding the muscles that have been fading from my body. Getting my body out of that relaxed mode into one of more strength and balance, bringing back physical balance in my life. I plan on starting a Tai Chi class shortly with the same purpose, focus and balance. And I'm hoping over the winter time to get involved with cycling at the health club I'm joining. I'm not much for treadmills or stair climbing machines or things like that. I just get so bored. For some reason, I'm able to use the cycling machines and spinning classes. And I feel like I'm going someplace. I don't feel like I'm marching in place. I actually feel motion. So those are my goals that I'm holding myself accountable for in the next month or so. Just today, I went through all my winter clothes from last year. The things that still have some life left into them, I'm taking to a local charity. And it's been a powerful moment for me to see what my closet has literally slimmed down to. Oh, if any of you have gone through this kind of experience while on a strict budget, you know one of the challenges is you have to buy new clothes. I'm not at a size yet where I can buy much from thrift shops. My goal is I'll be able to get to where I'll be able to find my size clothes in thrift shops around here. But I've found enough good sales that I'm not going to be naked for the winter time. It's just weird today to have gone into my closet and literally have pulled almost all of it out. I can keep skirts and things like that because if nothing else, I'll have someone or local dry cleaner take them in for me. But the tops and shirts and old jeans and so many things that, well, they've gone by the wayside now. And someone else will benefit from them. In fact, I'm kind of excited because my complaint is that I was not able to buy larger sizes in thrift shops around here. My favorite thrift shop is going to get, I think I counted 25 pieces of clothing in the, if you're American, you understand this size. I think they are 2Xs and 3Xs. So I like the idea that some woman is going to be going into that thrift shop and she's actually going to see some nice things in that size part of the racks. That kind of catches you up to date on probably the most important thing, a complete change in my lifestyle and my health and my vitality and just my ability to move energetically through life. Yeah, you'll hear more about that. Not about the how many pounds I've lost thing. Doesn't mean a lot to me, the actual number there. What means a lot to me is the changes it's bringing to my life and the quality of my life. I have gone back, I guess it was last month or so, I've gone back to blogging. I'm enjoying writing much more than I am the idea of taking the time to do videos. So I may be putting up more or more in-depth still in that venue rather than here. Time is going to tell where I want to spend my time. I'll put the link to the blog below because in all honesty, I have forgotten the name. I think it might be Annie by the Bay, but I'll put it down in the comment box for you. It's a new WordPress site for myself. It's not the Greystone Path website. It is a personal site. And what is there is my day-to-day blogs. Those of you who love the tiny moments, there are some there from the summer, not as much. I wasn't in the place of wanting to capture images. I wanted to feel the images and be one with them. So camera wasn't really part of much of the summer, but there's some newer tiny moments there. My blogging is about lifestyle. It is about my experience on the weight loss journey and the gaining of health, the regaining of health. And my thoughts on things, the things I ponder, the stupid things sometimes I ponder, the tiny things I ponder in a day's time. And you are welcome to subscribe to that blog. And I would love to know if any of my followers have, especially WordPress blogs, which is easy for me to sign up to follow you and check you regularly. I'd love to be able to be connected to you. I'm even thinking of taking the whole Tarot Together series into a written one and off of a video. With apologies to those of you who prefer to watch videos. I guess at this point, maybe I'm all about words. One reason is I have spent a good part of the summer. It's not done yet, but it is at least getting there, editing Season of the Seeker, and hope to be getting closer and closer to publishing the work out of that. I guess words and the written words, reading people's words has become, and expressing myself through words has become, for now, what I'm just called to do and to be one with those who are also doing it. And like I said, I'm not leaving here. It'll be up to whether I get questions or thoughts or response from people that prompt me to do a video. Especially though I remind you I'm eager to make sure that I am connected to you if you are doing videos here and you enjoy watching mine. That to me will be the way I will re-engage with. Find others here on YouTube. It's changed so much In the years I've been here, it's even changed so much since the spring when I was more active that I'm going to use that as a way to re-engage. Hopefully I will meet new people. And I'll stay connected to those of you that I just wouldn't miss a single one of your videos. I've been watching them all along, even if you haven't heard from me. Well, that's it for the catch-up, guys. I wanted to, as the season's about to turn, to re-engage, because you matter to me. Being part of this community matters to me. So much so that I'm willing to re-explore and re-engage with it and with each of you individually. And please, if you're someone who does not do videos, and you don't have a vlog or a blog you want to connect me to, a lot of you, I've never seen your faces. I've never seen anything you write anyplace else, but I have come to know you through our dialogue here, and it is very welcome. So tell me, my friends, what did you do over the summertime this year? Goodbye for now.